Ever wondered what your parents would say to you if they were completely honest with you? If you are curious, then let's get into it and see what the cards would like to reveal about the connection between you and your parents. Welcome home, divers. In today's reading, we are going to dive into a deep and revealing topic about how do your parents really see you. So we are going to uncover the hidden truths and the heartfelt messages in the end that your parents really want to say to you, but might just not say it out loud to you, So if you're curious about it, then this is the reading for you. And let's see what the universe would really want to reveal about the connection you have with your parents. Okay, so you have here 4 piles ready for you to choose from, and do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Do not try to fit into your situation anything that doesn't feel quite right, okay? So always keep that in mind and choose the pile that you feel most drawn to. So for that, take as much time as you need, okay? So without further ado, let me introduce the piles to you. For pile number 1, you have secrets. For pile 2, you have, can you hear me? For pile number 3, you have, listen. And for pile number 4, you have, a long way home. Okay? So these are your piles. Choose your pile, and once you have done choosing your pile, go to the description box and click on the timestamp, which is going to take you to your reading. With that said, let me start your reading. Welcome, pile number 1. If you've chosen this beautiful card, Secrets, then this is your reading, and let's see what your parents really think of you and what would they say to you if they were completely honest with you. Okay, so right off the bat with this card, I do think that your parents, they see you as a very smart child. Somehow in their heart, they seem to understand you have a lot of potential, a lot of qualities that will grow even better with time, no matter how they talk to you, in person. Because, a lot of parents, they don't show how much they love you, but deep inside, they really adore you, So with you, I feel like they might keep their side a secret, their affection for you a little bit secretive, because they adore you so much that it's as if when they look at you, they feel very proud of themselves to have given birth to you, Sometimes they feel like you have a lot of qualities that they sometimes feel like if they could, they would have given you a lot more opportunities than they can give right now to you, because it's as if they can't really give you what you deserve, to help you grow in all those areas where you have talents in. You could be someone who is a very multi-talented person, pile number 1. You could be someone who is wanting to be somebody like that, okay? So you're in the phase of growing to be someone like that. So you have a lot of interests, right? And you strive to be the best version that you can be in all of those areas, be it anything, be it studies, be it your job, be it your side hustle, be it your dream, okay, career, a project, a passion project, a hobby, anything you do, even if it's something that you do for self-care or, just for fun, right? Not too serious. But I think your parents see that even when you're not serious about certain things, It looks as if you have so much potential that even with that, you can be one of the most talented people out in this world. So I feel like your parents really have a very high view of you. So they also feel like you're a child prodigy. So I think it's not that you have suddenly changed into being this person. I feel like your parents always observed you since you were a baby, that you seem to be very different from the people around you, you know, people your age, even people who are older than you. You seem to be someone who has a unique way of understanding life, understanding their own path, their purpose in life. So you could be someone who has already found their purpose in life, okay? So you have a very clear vision in front of you. So you are not having, you know, a foggy mind, but somebody who is very clear about what they want, how they want it. So they feel like you also know about your talents, and they are the happiest when they see you striving for whatever you want, enjoying whatever you're doing. That is what I'm seeing. Your parents really love you, and all they really want is for you to feel happy in whatever you're doing. So it doesn't matter what you're doing, but the main thing that your parents worry about is whether you'll be happy while you do it or not, okay? So that is what I'm seeing here, pile number 1 for you. So let me get more tarot cards and see what your parents think of you. The Queen of Cups here. Okay, see? Yeah, there is this grandma figure or a mother figure who is really proud of you, okay? With a therapist. And it also seems as if you come off wiser beyond your age, you know? So it might be something that your parents think that you have the potential to guide the next generation into a better one. So you're not somebody who is going to, you know, lead the next generation astray or make them learn things that they should not. So you have a lot of knowledge, valuable knowledge that is going to shape the world for the better. So they are really, really proud of you, pile number 1. You also have the Princess of Cups with the costume designer. Yes, you seem to be someone who goes after their wishes. You're not someone who, you know, just has wishes and lets them take the back seat in the car. No. You are someone who knows how to play it safe and also take risks at the same time. You know, it's kind of like you have a whole strategy of how to do things in order for you to achieve all of the desires that you have. So you're not someone who is going to back down because what the society says or what challenges you face, but you seem to be someone who will work hard towards your goals. No matter how much time it takes for you to reach there, but you will go there because you have a very laser focus when it comes to whatever you want to achieve in this life. And at the same time, because you have so many cups, right? You're not someone who is rough and tough with it. I feel like you are someone who is also very mindful of what your parents think about you, what your family thinks about you. You know, it's as if whenever you make a decision of wanting to do something, you also take in consideration the feelings of your parents, the feelings of your siblings, you know, your family. If you have siblings, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, right? So I feel like you have this habit of caring for people you love, even if you are focused in your own growth. So you're not somebody who is selfish or self-centered, but you're someone who integrates everything together and makes it really wholesome, okay? Wow, you're such a sweet person, pile number 1. I think your parents really are not wrong in adoring you. You are such an adorable soul. So let's see what more we can find. They're really proud of you, pile number 1. It's like they sometimes ask themselves, how is it possible that we gave birth to such a beautiful child, you know? That's what they question themselves sometimes. You know, anything you do, it's so unique. It makes them proud in every step. Sometimes you are not afraid to take risk, right? So it's kind of like they sometimes worry about you, but it's not a worry about, whether you will fail or you will win. No, it's not a worry about that, because they feel like you have a way with this universe. Like you somehow get whatever you want, and you somehow get whatever you need, like this universe works in your favor. That is what your parents think of you. And at the same time, sometimes they do fear, but that fear is because they wonder if you will get too occupied with achieving a certain goal and neglect yourself, your health, forget about your happiness, and just run after something. So you seem to be a workaholic, pile number one. You could have that tendency, okay? Your parents seem to be really sweet, not gonna lie. All right, you have two cards here. You have the Lovers in reverse, and you have the Chariot. I feel like your parents have a worry when it comes to you finding a lover. It's like they feel, will this society ever understand you the way they do? Because maybe growing up, you have had people who barely appreciated you, or you've had people wanting to defeat you, wanting to, bother you, push you down, stuff like that. It's like, even as a kid, when you were somebody who was busy with your own thing in your own world, there would be people who would come up to you and feel really insecure about your light. It sometimes happens when we see somebody who is embracing their true self, their authentic self, and is shining so bright. People who are yet to recognize the light within themselves, okay, led to embrace the shadow that they are desperately holding on to and not wanting to let go of by recognizing it, they feel triggered by that light, okay? They feel scared to look into themselves, and that is the reason why they desperately want to dim the light that they see growing with each day. And I feel like you have had to encounter with a lot of people who had that intention in their mind, not necessarily malicious, but also not kind, okay? People always were afraid of what you would become, what you would grow to learn someday. So your parents were always protective over you regarding that. They would always observe you, from afar, and watch how you would deal with things. So maybe your parents hardly would intervene in matters that were like these, or maybe your parents would, just observe you from the sidelines and see what you're doing, how you're dealing with it. Now, if you hold a little bit of resentment in your heart, and that is the reason why this card Secrets came out, which led you to not sharing a lot of things with your parents, it might be a thing where your parents feel like they should have done what they didn't. But it's like a situation where your parents wanted you to figure out things on your own. So it is bringing me to a video where I saw this coach throw a little baby into the water, and it scared me a lot. But then I saw that the baby started floating on its own. And when the coach was asked why you did that, they said that it was because if you teach the baby to learn reflexes on how to, keep themselves afloat in water, that is going to help them out in learning swimming easier. So I think that was what your parents were trying to do. So they wanted to really teach you how to deal with things firsthand. But really, it was like a situation where if things would have accelerated, they would have stepped in and, saved you from whatever you had to deal with. They had observed you to be someone who liked to keep secrets, you might have not been the person who would talk about what was bothering you if someone was, bullying you in school, college, anywhere. You really did not want your parents to worry about it because you felt like they already had a lot on their plate. So your parents recognize that part of you and they feel like you are so kind that sometimes people don't even notice it and they feel like you are a complete different person than who you truly are. So they are a little bit worried about the lover who would enter your life, the person that you're about to marry in the future, because your parents feel like, will they ever understand you the way you truly need to be understood? So it's like they have no problem in you marrying anyone you want, but they want you to be happy. Just like what I said in the beginning of the reading. All they want is for you to be happy. All they want is for you to be satisfied with whatever choice you made in life, even if it comes to love, family, marriage, or career. So they want you to be proud of what you are doing. They want you to be treated like a queen, a king, that you deserve to be treated. They want your lover to worship you, because it's kind of like they want their beautiful little child to be treated the way he or she deserves to be treated. It's kind of like that. Your parents really love you, my love. Okay, so let's see what else we can find. Boo. So these two want to come out. So you have, the 8 of Wands. All right, and you have the 3 of Swords. Okay. I feel like your parents want to say to you that they see that you've been growing up very fast and you are changing very swiftly too. So they sometimes reminisce how you were as a child when you were a baby, and they also are very proud to see your growth. But at the same time, they miss the innocent little baby they once held in their arms and used to feed. So it's such a sweet message. And they are really wary of someone else, coming in and hurting you. So I feel like they would, really keep an eye on the person you date or the person you find interesting in the future. So it's not out of, wanting to control your life or something like that. They just want to make sure that you are happy. All right. So I see your parents are secretly very supportive of you, no matter how they show it to you. And the thing that they want to say to you is that no matter whatever things we tell to you, we know that it might sound a little bit harsh sometimes, but we believe in you a lot. And we know that you are going to understand what is right for you eventually and not question your worth. So what they really want to do is make you feel strong and independent and not feel down when someone speaks harshly to you, or when you don't get what you wanted, because life is really unpredictable, right? And your parents don't really want to control your life, but it's like they want to watch you do it yourself and feel proud in yourself for being there for yourself and doing the things that you set out to achieve one day. So they really want you to feel confident in your own abilities and believe that no matter what the situation is, no matter what people say or someone you once felt dear to you say to you, if they hurt you, if they broke your heart, anything, no matter what the circumstance is, right, you have the power to stand right back up and go after the things you want and achieve your goal and shine brighter than ever. That is what your parents are trying to say to you, pile number 1. So let's end this reading with a beautiful sweet message that your parents want to say to you, or something that your parents want you to remember about yourself. Okay, so a kind message. Let's see. Okay, so we have it. Ooh, Why replay the annoying moments when I can replay the good ones? This whole I am in charge of my internal movie theater is a pretty great perk. Wow. Don't I say this all this time? Your parents really want you to be unbothered by what the world says about you, what the world thinks about you. And even if you have gone through certain incidents in your life that has, scarred you, that has left wounds deep in your heart, and you're still struggling to, recover from them. I feel like you are seen as someone who is very worthy of love, someone who is worthy of being understood, being seen, okay, being admired, to be an inspiration to a lot of people who are in the same situation as you. So it feels like your parents really see that you have what it takes to really heal yourself, because you're someone who is not only kind to others but also to yourself, and that is something that your parents want you to embrace all the time. You might not have been this way as a child, but that is where your parents are really proud of you, because they feel like you have changed a lot in maybe a few years, where they see that you've grown so much and you know a lot. And so now they feel like you hold the power, you hold the key, right, to guarding your heart from all the bitter things that the society might say to you, because you know what's the truth. And you have become someone who believes in the truth more than what others say or talk about you. And that is what makes you so strong, pile number one. And your parents feel like, yeah, you need not replay the moments that have, caused you a lot of pain in the past. And instead, replay the things that bring you joy, that has genuinely made you happy in some sort of way in your life. Okay? So they want you to have the control of your mind, control of the thoughts that you have in your head, the things that you see, okay, the content that you consume. So your parents want you to be mindful of that and to be always kind to yourself, okay? And not hurt yourself by replaying the incidents that have hurt you in the past. So that is what your parents really think about you and want to say to you, pile number one. I hope you take their advice to your heart and go and hug your parents right now. Just go, because I feel like they're such a sweetheart. They are your biggest well-wishers, pile number one. And it is such a rare thing to have parents who support and think of their child so highly, So you are really blessed to have parents like this, pile number one. And I hope you recognize that. I do think that you are really wise and somebody who knows a lot, so I'm pretty sure you know that already, right? So pile number one, I am so happy for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe, okay? It helps me with putting forth more content for you. And yeah, I will see you in the next reading, pile number one. Take care and always be awesome. Bye! Welcome, pile number two. If you've chosen this beautiful card that says, "Can you hear me?" This is your reading, and let's see how your parents really see you and what would they say to you if they were completely honest with you, okay? So with this card, I sense a sad energy somehow coming from your parents' side. You might be someone who really keeps to themselves, or you might be someone who doesn't show exactly everything that you're going through. And it's like your parents can sense that there must be something really tough that you're going through, but you're not telling them. You might think that they won't understand you. But deep inside, your parents feel like if only you would tell them, they might be able to help you, But it's like they don't want to push you either. So they want you to come out naturally and tell them whatever is bothering you whenever you are ready. Your parents recognize that whatever phase you are going through right now, it is necessary for your growth, and they just want to say that they see you, they understand you. Okay, and if staying strong becomes ever really hard for you, they want to remind you that they are beside you. Okay, so you can always lean on them for support, always ask for comfort, a listening ear, or help from them. So which makes me think, you guys don't really talk about your feelings too much with each other. Your parents might be too busy, or it might always be a situation where you guys' routines or schedules don't match. Maybe your dad is working till late hours, and your mom is really busy with a job, and you most of the time find yourself alone. So I feel like whatever your age is, it might be that you have not grown up as a kid who was always surrounded by your parents. Okay, so time with your parents might have been really limited for you. So if you feel like you're the only one who is sad about the whole situation, it's not like that, because it seems to me that your parents also feel that if only you knew that they also want to spend a lot of time with you, but it's kind of hard for them because I see a lot of worries that your parents have in their mind. Maybe they have to manage a lot of things. Maybe they have to work a lot because they need to pay bills and, support your education and all of those things, right? So I feel like your parents really work hard to give you the life that they think they never had, and they want to give you that life. But for that, they also recognize that they have to, cut short the time they can spend with you. But they really wish they could, if possible, spend more time with you and have you come to them and talk about the things that are bothering you. They can see that you're struggling somehow. You might be in your phase in life where you're going through certain things that you really wish you could talk to people, but you've never been someone who talks about your feelings or emotions or the things that bother you with just about anyone. You're not somebody like that. You seem to be someone who was always quiet and very strong. Okay, so your parents see you as a very strong character, pile number 2. Someone who wants to fight their battle alone and tends to emotionally shut themselves off when things don't go as it was supposed to or as you thought it would. So you tend to emotionally shut yourself down, and that is something that your parents are really, really worried about. Pile number 2. So they really wish you would understand their feelings and have this, sense of comfort when it comes to talking to your parents and letting them know what is really bothering you. Okay, so let's see what more they want to say and how do they view you. I'm hearing a strong child. They see you as a very strong child who is able to endure a lot. So you don't seem to be someone who runs away from challenges. You seem to be someone who stays in that environment and keeps fighting. Okay? But the only thing that your parents would appreciate that you think about is if the situation that you are forcing yourself to stay in and fight is really serving you. So I feel like your parents observe your every action, even if they seem to come off really busy. They always keep you as a priority. Okay? Even if they can't physically at times be with you, they always keep an eye on what you're doing, what you are, studying about, what kind of people you talk to, yeah, the kindergarten teacher. Interesting. If they can't attend the parents teacher meetings, I feel like your parents would call them up and ask about how you're doing in class, how things are going. So I think your parents are really sincere when it comes to your studies, when it comes to what things you're learning, what kind of people you're associating with. They really want you to grow up as a good child, you know? And it's like they're seeing you becoming a very strong person in their eyes. Someone who is having so much tolerance, having so much patience, perseverance, determination, and, strength. But the only thing that bothers them is you don't share everything. So it's as if even if you are doing things, they feel like you are sad somehow deep inside. Something inside you is hurt. And they want you to talk about it. They also feel like you're a very deep person, someone who has a very different kind of thinking, a different kind of view on life. They feel like you have the potential to change the world or make the world see things on a different light, So you could be someone who is into arts, a creator, or someone who wants to write books, an author, and really bring people's attention to things that normally go unnoticed, okay? Or are hidden under the facade of so many things of the society. So it's like you want to bring light to those things, and your parents feel like you are really worthy of doing that. And they also feel like there is a special purpose for you being so smart. So they feel like you're really smart, and you having so much patience and so much maturity in yourself, no matter your age. It's as if you are meant to do things that not everybody can do, So, what else do we see? Ooh, love, 2 of Cups. All right. They sometimes wonder if you are, sad because of a love situation, or because you don't have a lover, something like that. Or you had a lover that, hurt you, something like that. So it's kind of like your parents are worried about your love life, and they feel like, are you really happy, or is it because of your love life that you look a little bit sad inside? What's going on? Can you tell us? It's kind of like that. But they don't want to push you. Maybe that is the thing. They don't want to push you. Yeah, they also want to tell you that it's never a thing that they will push you into a marriage or something. So you never have to worry about a thing. If it is something that worries you or bothers you, that what if your parents would, force you to go marry a stranger or something like that. No, it feels like your parents want you to fall in love, want you to experience what it's like to have a crush on someone, to fall in love together, to experience all those beautiful butterflies in the stomach when you catch a glimpse of your favorite person. Your parents want you to experience all that. Okay, they don't want you to live a miserable life. Now, they might not just say this to you outright, face to face, because it makes me feel like you guys don't talk that much, okay? You don't have that much interaction when it comes to your parents and you. But This is what they really want you to know. So if you are ever bothered about that or are scared about it, I feel like your parents are like, no, no, you don't ever have to be worried. You can just come in and tell us who your lover is, or who is the person you find interesting. We'll see that, okay? We'll observe. We'll be actually really happy if we see you happy for once. You know, that is what they're saying. All right, let's see more. You could be drawn to pile number 1 because I feel like both of you have a very similar energy. The costume designer, yeah, look at it. This card also came out for pile number 1. They want you to have fun. They want you to take it easy for once, you know? You might be someone who is very, very strict when it comes to doing the things that you really want, you know, disciplined, and someone who really strives for what they desire, right? With the 9 of Cups, happiness, see, they really want you to be happy from inside. They want you to take a cheat day. You know how they take a cheat day in working out, you know? It's kind of like that. So they want you to have a cheat day to yourself, okay? They want you to have some fun and not worry about what's gonna happen, what might go wrong, okay? So contrary to a lot of parents that I see, your parents are worried that you might overwork yourself, pile number 2. That is so sweet. All right, let's see. They want you to go out and have fun and, you know, talk to people, find a lover, find somebody who is interesting, do the things you love. Be genuinely happy. That's what they want. Yeah, be optimistic in life again with the Fool. Okay, be optimistic in life. Experience finer things in life. Experience the joy, the freshness of life once again. Maybe there has been situations or there has been certain events that has happened in your life that has made you this way, made you a little bit emotionally closed off, even from your parents. You might not share everything, but you're not somebody who is rude either. You are someone who is kind, cordial, respectful with your parents, but they want you to be having fun. They want you to be a little bit quirky. They want you to, you know, not be always so cautious around them. They want you to let loose and take risks in your life, fly high, not be afraid to, you know, flutter your wings. No, don't be afraid. Fly high. That is what your parents are trying to say. They want you to be genuinely, genuinely happy. That is so sweet. So sweet. Okay, you have the Knight of Discs, Knight of Pentacles, the Gourmet Chef. Someone here might be wanting to be a chef or might love when their dad cooks for them. It could be something like that. You know, I feel like your mom and your dad really, really show their love through food. That might be something. Okay, they might make a beautiful dinner or lunch for you, or they might you know, take you out to dinner at a very good restaurant, okay, your favorite place to dine, okay. That is how they try to show their love to you. It's kind of like they know that whenever you feel sad, if they bring food, you'll feel better, okay. Even if they want to talk to you about the things that is bothering you, they want to respect your boundaries. They don't want to, you know, break through your walls and, you know, like hammer it and break. No. They're like, I will give you time. You can let us in when you want, okay? So it's kind of like that. So your parents really see it, but don't want to force their way in. They want you to feel comfortable and ready, and only then talk to them, all right? And till then, they want to say to you that they are always with you and they would try everything to make you feel better. So even if you sometimes might unnotice a lot of things, okay? You might misunderstand them. You might not notice the things that they do for you, because there is love in every little thing that they do for you. Okay, that is what I'm seeing here, pile number 2. That is what they were saying. So every action, every little thing they buy for you, every little thing, every little moment they spend with you, it is precious to them. And it is a message, a deep message coming from your dad, I feel like. And they really want you to be happy in life, okay? All they desire is for you to be safe and happy, and not let that smile go away for anyone, okay? Like, no matter what, even if they are the reason, they're saying that I would like you to talk to us so that we can help you. You know, it's kind of like that, so that we can talk about it and make amends. That is what they are trying to say, pile number 2. All right, so let's see what your parents want you to know about yourself, okay? Or remind yourself all the time, because I feel like your parents are really worried about you and really care about you. Ooh, so we have one thing here. This one again, guys, this came for pile number 1 once again. I think you guys are highly connected. I feel like somebody is here from pile number 1, or you're about to go and watch pile number 1. If that is the case, well, I see you. So this says, why replay the annoying moments when I can replay the good ones? This whole I am in charge of my internal movie theater is a pretty great perk. So I think your parents are trying to say that, hey, whatever has happened with you as a kid, or whatever has happened in the past, it's time for you to let go. It's time for you to understand. And I feel like your parents are also saying that if we have hurt you in some way, I hope you forgive us, because we really wanted what's best for you. We never had any ill intentions in our heart for you. If by chance our ways have made you feel like you were neglected, you were misunderstood, or we weren't there for you, you felt alone, I hope you'll recognize that we are humans too. I hope you'll understand that we are also living our life the best way we can, so that we can provide what you need in life more than what you want, okay? So I hope you will understand where we are coming from and not be too angry on us. I'm hearing come and hug us after you have made up your mind. It's kind of like that. So maybe you could be a little bit angry on your parents, or you might think that your parents don't understand you, don't get you, really. But I feel like your parents are saying that you have always been the only thing that we have had in our mind while we went to work, while we earned for you, okay, while we did all the other things, okay? You've always been the only thing that has made us move on with our life, you know? That has made us happy in our life. So if we have ever hurt you without knowing, by chance, mistakenly, unconsciously, consciously, I hope you can forgive us, and we can be good once again. And I'm also seeing that they want you to be a little bit more open, okay? They think that you're very closed off. They want to say that I wish you would open up a little and speak to us about whatever is bothering you, even if it's our mistake. I wish you would talk to us about what is happening, what is going on in your mind, why are you so worried, what is making you so anxious or afraid or whatever. I feel like that is what your parents are really worried about. They don't want you to, you know, just be alone and think that the world is against you, or you have nobody, and, you know, do something that you might regret, or they might regret before it's too late. Your parents want you to come forward and talk to them about whatever is bothering you, because, you know, I believe this thing, that no matter how hard a conversation can be, if there is love inside, okay, If there is love that we hold in our core, it has to come from both the sides, okay? So not only from one side, but both the sides. If there is love, any hard conversation is going to be understood and will also be made to be understood, you know? It's kind of like the person who loves you will try to make you understand their point of view, and the person who loves you will also try to understand your point of view. Do you understand that? Whatever you're saying. So it is kind of like, no matter how hard a situation gets, if you love each other, things are going to be better. All right? So that is what your parents also want to say to you, and I think you also need to know and be brave enough to go finally and let your guards down and talk to your parents, you know? Be like, hey dad, hey mom, I think I want to talk about this. I don't know how you'd react, but I really couldn't keep it inside any longer. I want to have this conversation with you. I am pretty sure if you go and talk with respect, because you already do that, if you go with sincerity, respect, and, you know, love, okay, have all those emotions in your way of speaking, okay, way of talking with your parents, I am pretty sure that your parents would understand you. Even try to understand you, no matter how hard the conversation can be. They will understand you, because at the end of the day, you are their child. You are their prized possession, okay? You are the only thing that brings them joy that I don't think anyone else can, and anything else can, right? Even if you can't see it right now, but your parents really love you. And that is really evident in the cards that I see here in front of me. So trust me this once and go and have this talk with your parents and let me know how it went. Okay, pile number 2. I know you're really brave, and I know that this thing is going to bring you guys is really close to each other, and you will see that your parents have always been your biggest supporters since the beginning, okay, no matter how things went in the middle. All right, so that is your reading, pile number 2. I hope you loved it, and if you did, let me know in the comment section how it resonated with you and how did your conversation go with your parents after you did it. All right, so I'll be waiting for your reply, pile number 2. Okay, and with that said, always smile, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye. Welcome, pile number 3. If you've chosen this beautiful card, listen, then this is your reading, and let's see what your parents really think of you and what would they say to you if they were completely honest with you. Okay, so with this card, I feel like your parents feel that you are a dreamy child, you know? You seem to be someone that they think will never lose their innocence, their childish, you know, curious, inquisitive, beautiful nature, even if they grow older, you know? So they feel like you are so authentic and so sweet that somehow your parents feel like this world might be a little cruel for you to reside in. But still they feel really proud to have you as their child because you are so different, you're so unique, you know? So you don't seem to be like the people around you. You don't seem to be even caring about what others think of you, you know? You like to stay in your bubble. You like to enjoy your own time. At least that's how you are right now, and that's how your parents perceive you right now. So it's as if your head is always in the clouds. You come off as a Disney princess, pile number 3, I wouldn't lie. Like sweet, sweet Cinderella. Her father loved her so much, and she used to be surrounded by flowers and birds and animals wherever she goes, because everybody could sense that she was special, that she was kind, you know? So you make me think of Cinderella. So maybe your parents also see you as a wonder child, as someone who is having such a pure and innocent aura aura, that you attract a lot of animals, maybe butterflies too, around you. It seems as if your aura is too pure to be a part of this world. And they also want to protect you from all the negativity out in this world, but at the same time, they want you to be able to fight them yourself. Okay, so it's a very interesting contrast in their energy. They want you to forever be their child, and at the same time, they want you to fight your own battles and be brave, and they want you to defend yourself when somebody tries to demean you. So they never want you to be timid. They want you to be brave, and with that, be unapologetically you, that is what I'm seeing. And it seems to me that you're someone who can listen and catch on to a lot of things that normally people wouldn't. So you might be my psychic groups. You might be someone who is very in tune with energies. You could be an empath. You could feel things. You could sense things before it even happens, okay? So you are a really special child. I feel like your parents really think you have something divine about you. So maybe they feel like you are really blessed by the universe. You're always somehow protected no matter what the situation is. It's as if the universe is cradling you and is in favor of you highly. They also want to say that watching you makes them reminded of their own childhood. And you seem to be a very beautiful child, someone who is calm, quiet, and even if you are not calm and quiet, they feel like your energy is. So your energy is very comfortable to be in, very welcoming, very warm. It's as if you are connected, you're one with the nature, So that's where I thought of the universe blessing you with beauty and grace and divinity. Because I feel like the universe is really, really in love with your energy. The universe wants you to enjoy life, and so does your parents. And it also makes me feel like your parents want to observe you a lot. They love observing you. They love seeing you somehow. Do your own thing. You could be someone who likes to read books. You have a lot of fantasies, a lot of imagination. Interesting. You have Magician card. Oh, you could be someone also with the listen and the musical instrument here. You could be someone who likes to listen to music, someone who has a very musical ear. So you could be someone who likes to play instruments. Okay, someone who wants to make music, wants to sing, perform. Yeah, you could be someone like that. You could like to be in the nature, in calm, in quiet. The Hanged Man in reverse. All right. How this man looks like he's happy, even if he's falling down. A lot of money, coins, cards. Also the moon here. I feel like your parents think no matter how tricky the situation is, like see how he is chained to this thing, right? And yet he looks like he's having fun. He's smiling, isn't he? So no matter what the situation is, your parents have seen you gracefully tackle it. You have been someone who has always enjoyed the different circumstances that you have experienced in life. So you've never been somebody who would, cry about, hey, why is this happening? Be bothered about, minor inconveniences in life. You seem to be someone who has always a positive outlook on life. No matter what the situation is, even if it is a situation that would shake up even the strongest of people, you seem to be someone who finds something funny in it or something positive in it, something that normally people wouldn't be able to catch on. You seem to be someone who is so in tune with the universe that you understand things way before it is even evident in your reality. So it's kind of like a situation where, say you missed a bus, okay, to the place where you were supposed to go. And instead of crying and making a fuss about it, you were so calm and you went like, oh, maybe I wasn't supposed to ride that bus. You know, and people around you would be questioning like, hey, how are you so calm? How is it possible? Are you crazy? You know, you should really worry about it. And you're like, no, I know things happen for a reason. And then you get a call or you somehow come to know that that bus had an accident or something like that. So it is as if universe always saves you, always saves your reputation, always saves you from danger. So your parents see that, right? Your parents are aware of that, and they feel like they have been blessed by a child who is cradled by divinity, you know? You have, ooh, the 9 of coins gain. Wow, I think your parents feel like you have a lot of potential. Because of your optimism, you are someone who is going to build a very independent and space where you not only feel fulfilled financially, but also emotionally. And at the same time, you are going to be someone who is well respected. So your parents really have high hopes. You have the 4 of Wands, completion. Okay, you might be working on something, pile number 3. And yeah, with the roots here, and the colors are so similar, don't you think so? Maybe your parents think that whatever you are growing, it has to come from your mind. So maybe you're doing something out of your imagination or your creation. And see the roots coming from the brain, coming from her head, right? And her hair is the soil. You could be someone who is a writer, a poet, an artist. Someone could like to draw comics, stories, you know, like visual novels. So I feel like if not, if you do those things, you would finally achieve something very big, and your parents feel like you are really worthy of achieving. You have the Hierophant. And you also have attitude in reverse. There might be some times when you might face a little bit challenge when it comes to society. It is because of how you portray yourself to the outer world. You could be someone who is very private. You are someone who likes to keep things hidden until it's the right time, because remember, I told you, you know when it's the right time. You are very connected with the divine. But your parents sometimes feel like because of you doing so, people in the society, they might feel like you don't have the potential and you might be too naive. Okay, you might need to learn a lot, a little bit more mature. And on the other hand, it really triggers your parents because they feel like, hey, how dare you talk like that about my child? I know my child, okay? I see their potential. You have no idea who they are or what they are capable of. It's only because they don't brag about it. And when it's time, they will. And you better eat your words at that time. You know, it's kind of like that. I feel like your parents really have your back. And they get angry when people misunderstand you or treat you poorly. And they feel like it's because of your secretive nature. It's because of you going with the flow and not really being hasty about your decisions. Okay, so it's like you know when to do things. You know, you're very peaceful and you're very calm. Can you see this? You're very peaceful and you're very calm when it comes to whatever decision you're taking. You don't make decisions out of fear or anxiety. You're someone who makes decisions out of the clarity in their mind, you know? So you really, really appreciate your mind being clear and peaceful when you're making a very important decision of your life. So let's see a last message that your parents want to give to you. If they were being really honest, something they want you to know about yourself, okay? And that's how we will wrap up this reading. So let's see. Okay, so we have this. This day might not have been a prize winner, but right now I'm exactly where and exactly how I need to be. I will let life sort out the finer details tomorrow. This is your energy, and I think your parents are really proud of that. You don't rush or you don't panic when you don't get what you want, because even if you get into the place that you wanted to get into with first try, you're somebody who doesn't give up on your dream, but instead like, okay, I will try once again. And your parents really love that thing about you, that you don't feel disheartened. You're someone who's like, okay, maybe this was just a lesson for me. I will stand right back up and try once again. And that is what makes you so good in all the things that you want to do in life, want to achieve. And your parents want to tell you that, yes, failures are pillars to your success. Not giving up, standing right back, stronger than ever, and giving your best in the next try, right? That is what I see, pile number 3 for you. I hope you loved this reading. If you did, let me know in the comment section how it resonated with you. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. With that said, all the best, pile number 3, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye! Welcome, pile number 4. If you've chosen a long way home, this is your reading, and let's see how your parents really see you and what would they say to you if they were completely being honest. Okay, so let's see. With this card, honestly, it makes me feel like your parents feel that you have a lot on your plate. They know so little of it. You know, you might be someone who has a lot of big dreams, right? And these huge dreams that you have, they might sometimes come off unknown to your parents or misunderstood by them, but somehow they know that whatever you are doing is good and not bad, you know? So they have this belief that you will never forget the roots from where you learned everything, you got to know about everything, right? You grew up. So they have this belief in themselves that you'll never forget the family, maybe the traditions and stuff that you learned growing up. But at the same time, they do fear the unknown of what you might be having in your head or what you might be working towards that they don't know yet. You know, it's kind of like that. There's this little balloon and this big hot air balloon, which makes me feel like your parents know this much about you, and there's a whole lot that you don't tell them or they don't seem to know about. It might entirely be just something that they are assuming, that you are not telling them a lot of things about yourself, but somehow they feel like you have high hopes, okay? You have really big dreams, and those dreams can be about anything. It doesn't have to be just related to career. It could be related to love. It could be related to family. It could be related to society. A lot of things that you feel like you want to change. You feel like you want to see grow in front of you. And that is what your parents feel like they don't know about, and they fear if it's going to be having a negative impact on you. So with this elephant, it makes me feel like they have a fear that what if you get lost in your dream so much that you lose your way to home, you know? This is your home, and this is the place of your dreams. So what if you chase after these dreams so much so that you forget where you came from? You forget that where is the path that is going to take you back to your home? You know, it could be that some of you are outside your country, some of you are living far away from your parents, maybe because of job, because of studies, because of work. I don't know what it is, but you're doing something that is taking you far away from your parents, you know. At least that's how your parents view it. So they feel like with time, you are moving away from them somehow. Okay, so let's get deeper into this. Okay, let's see what is actually going on and what your parents feel regarding this entire situation. What do they want to say to you? Okay, you have the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, worry. See. Two of Wands, Dominion. Two of Wands, right. Pile number 4, you did strike me as someone who was tired of tradition. And your parents did talk about tradition, right? So it makes me feel like you might be someone who is tired of how the world works. You might be someone who wants to reform certain things, you know, change certain things about your life, the way your family works, the way the society works. You want to do something really big, right? A really big dream. You see this building here? It reminds me of Taj Mahal. So you know how, I don't know why I'm being brought to this, but Shah Jahan built this Taj Mahal for his wife, right? That's what we know at least. But why am I getting reminded of the worker who built this Taj Mahal and lost his hands? Because his work was so perfect that Shah Jahan did not want him to make another Taj Mahal for anyone, you know? So that's what I was brought to. So maybe it's just your parents' fear playing right now. I feel like your parents feel like, what if it might hurt you? Whatever you are working after, whatever you are running after, chasing after. Okay, you want to change something about this world. Maybe the patriarchy, maybe how things usually are, you know? It could be that, or it could be that you just want to make a little bit of tweaking in the system. And that is something that your parents are afraid, like, what if you hurt yourself in the process? We have a child, we don't want to lose, you know? So it's kind of like that. You might have siblings. I don't particularly sense you worrying about your family too much. It's kind of like you feel like your parents would be looked after by other siblings. It's kind of like that. I don't know. You feel like you have a support system when it comes to looking after your parents, taking care of them, even if they are growing old, you know? So you're not worried about that. So what you're really worried about is setting out and doing the thing that you decided to do, you know? You came in for a change, and that's what you are working for. Even so, your parents are worried about you because you're their child, right? You have the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, it makes me feel like you are someone who is going to gain a lot of power, maybe through money, or you are someone who is going to gain so much power that you might actually be someone who doesn't require anyone. But you'll have a lot of people wanting to work under you and wanting to earn your favor, stuff like that. Yeah. I feel like you're trying to flip a situation here. And that's what your parents are feeling. Okay, so maybe the reason you never felt connected to your house was because you felt like you didn't have the power to speak up whatever you wanted. And that is the reason why your dreams feel so big and your house feels so small to you. In far away, right? You might be out to change how people function, stuff like that. You might be wanting to bring a change, right? Bring a revolution, a change in certain aspect in your life. You have a dream, you have a vision that you are keeping really protected, and you're not telling it to anyone. It's a secret vision that you have. deeply rooted in terms of the tradition that you despised or you did not like. But you will never do something that is going to bring dishonor to your family, and that is what your parents feel. So it's like, even if you're far away, you will never do something that is going to dishonor the name of your family, because I feel like your family could be something very important. Maybe you come from a very influential family, but you don't like the things how they are, and that's why you set out to build your own empire where people are going to listen to you and you will have your say in it. Maybe you wanted to prove it to your family that you can be someone very important, and I think your parents really see that. Okay, and yet they are worried that you might forget them, you might want to cut ties with them. Some of you might have run away from your family or are considering to do so. See, I'm not gonna be telling you to run away from your family because it is a very tricky and tough thing to do. But always listen to your heart and do the thing that is right for you. Okay? Not just an impulsive momentary action, but do something that you know will benefit you in the long run. All right? That would be my piece of advice. Let's see what your parents feel more. Ooh, the Ace of Cups in reverse. Interesting. There are a lot of emotions, but they are going unnoticed. I feel like you fully don't see how your parents view you. Maybe that is the thing, or your parents feel like you don't appreciate them, or you don't really see their love, There is a dynamic of you guys is trying to make each other see each other, but at the same time, things are getting unnoticed. I don't know why that's happening, so let's dig a little deeper. Because I see that both of you guys have good intentions. Your parents and you. So what is the problem? Therapist. Ooh, Queen of Cups. Interesting. And Satiety. 10 of Cups. Okay. So if you are from the LGBTQ community and you're afraid of coming out, okay guys, that could be the thing, So someone here could be from the LGBTQ community and their parents could be of, the conventional mindset, traditions and everything is important to them. And that is the reason maybe why you decide to break from your parents, until they understand you. Yeah, that is a very strong message for someone. If you guys, any one of you watching pile number 4 resonates with this, please let me know in the comments if you've ever felt like you were unheard or you were misunderstood because you were different in your family. So please let me know that, because I feel like that is one of the case. And your parents seem to be someone who are trying to understand you with the Queen of Cups, pile number 4. With the therapist, it's not like they are trying to ignore you or brush it off. Or I feel like there is a misunderstanding. They might feel that you think they would brush you off. It can be that, or it could be a situation where they don't realize that you are actually being serious about it, And they feel like, oh, you're just having a phase and maybe talking to a therapist would help you. That could be a case for someone. So look, your parents want to say to you that we don't want you to be unhappy, but we want you to see that where we are coming from. They want you to consider their point of view too. Maybe it's all too new for them, If this is not the case, it could be something that you might have a lover, okay? Didn't I say that it is not just career, but it could be a love situation? You might have someone in your mind. You might think that your parents are not going with the choice, so it's kind of like they're saying that, hey, are you really sure about this person? I don't think they're good for you. So there is a little bit of misunderstanding in the situation. Maybe if you try to talk with your parents clearly and let them see why you feel like this person is good for you, that could be a situation. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't, okay? It could be self-love too, like you just accepting who you are and doing the things that makes you independent and happy, okay? Living for yourself for once and breaking free from all the expectations and all the traps that you have felt in life. So you felt like you didn't have control. Can you see? You felt like you did not have control, and maybe you have sought help from a therapist and have made this decision of taking the matter into your own hands and living your life according to your own terms. And your parents are really seeing that about you, okay? But they're saying that, I wished you knew that we do care about you. We're not going to be insensitive about your choice or anything. I do hope you realize that a home is a home. So may you never get lost, okay? So they are really worried about you, pile number 4. It's not like they're gonna abandon you or something. You might fear that way because of how people perceive, or maybe because of the initial reaction your parents might have given to you when you said things. But you know, everyone is a human. Our parents are not perfect either. We're not perfect. They're not perfect, but we're trying to be, right? So like I said, I think I said this in pile number 2 too, and it's again the same message coming up in my head, where if there's love, there is will to understand. So I feel like if your parents truly love you, they will understand you. And here I do feel like your parents do. They genuinely care about you and they want you to be happy. They care about your well-being, pile number 4. So there's a little bit of misunderstanding. So let's see what your parents really want you to embrace and know about yourself. So an advice they want to give to you. A message that I'm getting here is that they really hope that you come home and build the happy family once again. You know, because I feel like they're saying that a lot of people miss you in your family. Maybe your siblings miss you, your grandma misses you, your grandpa misses you, your mom and dad, they miss you. You know, they're saying that you don't realize how much people adore you and love you, you know, even if they have never shown you that in a proper way possible. They do want you to always remember that no matter what, a home is a home. And family members are always going to stand beside you, no matter what. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I think this one wants to come out. Ooh, letting go is the only thing that matters. In letting go of thoughts, emotions, anxiety, shame spirals, I claim my freedom and make space for what I want to call in. Spiritually speaking, but takeout sounds pretty good too. I see. Manifestus. I feel like if someone right off the bat is an LGBTQ, your parents are willing to accept you. Okay, they're saying that it was just a shock for us, but you know, we really want what's best for you and want you to be happy. So it's fine with us as long as you understand us too. You know, it's kind of like that. So they want you to not be consumed by shame or anxiety or you know, those heavy emotions. They don't want you to feel like that. And if you are going through a really sad moment and you feel like people don't understand you and you are getting attracted to a life that seems all glitters, you know, and shining, but your parents are afraid that that might trap you, you know, like this elephant trapped here, it can't go anywhere, right? It's trapped. So your parents feel like, don't get consumed by a life that seems to be welcoming and seems to be good to you, but all it does is trapping you in the end and taking you far away from the place that really wanted to take care of you and mattered. You know, that is what your parents are trying to tell you. So don't fall into the trap, okay? trap of your mind, trap of the society, trap of what the world would think, trap of, wanting to prove yourself, trap of finding love in elsewhere, okay, than your family. So it's like, it's good to find love outside, but not to forget that your home is also your home. The message that is coming in pile number 4 very strongly is, a home is after all a home. Family members will always stand beside you no matter what. And that is what I'm seeing here. So it's like your parents are trying to always remind you that no matter how harsh fights can be, arguments can be, situations can be between family members, how rough it can be, even so, when you are in danger, they are the first people to rush to your aid. It's kind of like that. And that is what your parents are telling you. So please don't be afraid to come back. Please don't be afraid to ask for help. And never, ever forget where you came from. Never, ever forget who you are. That is what your parents are saying. Okay, pile number 4. So that is your reading. I hope you loved it. And let me know in the comment section how it resonated with you. If it did, please let me know, okay? And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, because that is going to help me a lot with the growth of this channel, guys. So yeah, please do it. And I will see you in the next reading. Bye!